everybody. It was great to see you in person. That was a fantastic event. And as you guys know, on all our mastermind calls, we always start with the win of the week. But this week, Coach Mike wants to start us off. So, Coach Mike, what is your win of the week?
Yes, I never get to do a win of the week. Okay, so except for Mike with my coach. But so my win of the week, I thought I was so
Okay.
everyone that showed, by the way, Steve, love your backdrop. Everybody that showed up at the at Summit kind of sees what my wife and I have been building for the ever since COVID stopped and we had in-person events again. You see, we try to build this camaraderie. We host the breakfast or lunches, we host the dinners, and we kind of get together and network and have everybody have a good time. For those of you that were unable to attend Summit live or even virtually, if you go to the Discord server, which Mazia, you're going to get a link to it here shortly, go to the main page, scroll through it, you can see all the pictures. And I just wanted to say my win of the week was you guys are awesome. I really appreciate the way you guys participated in the lunches, in the dinners, networked with each other, built the relationships, and I couldn't believe. I love when things happen that I don't expect. And that sign up of you all teaming up together, or many of you teaming up together to create this 100K, 100-day challenge accountability group that I had nothing to do with. I just got to say that was my biggest win of the week. I know ever since COVID stopped and we were in person, we've always had good summits, but this one may have been the best for us as Team Langle. So thank you to you guys. And I hope you all enjoyed. For anybody that didn't go, just remember next year, you're not, even if you think you're traveling alone, you're not. You're going to have 50 or 20, 25 other Team Langle members there that you're going to be traveling with, having lunches, having dinners, going to Gillies and the whole experience. You're going to have a whole team behind you and resources for you. So that's my win of the week. Thank you all for supporting us and being there. And we're going to try to do a little something different next year, but you have to wait a whole year to find out what that is. Okay, let's figure out what you guys learn now. So I do want to lead with one thing because not all of you would know what this meant. And I'm telling you, it was probably the biggest event moment for me. And that was Mike Ferry, Tom's dad, on stage. That was the biggest moment for me. Anyone who's been in the Tom Ferry ecosystem, like I said, this was my 17th summit. I've been in the system for a while. I've been in the ecosystem for a while. And if you don't know the story, but Mike Ferry, Tom worked for Mike in Mike's coaching organization. Tom thought Mike should do a little more social media and networking type stuff instead of always phone, door knock. They had a disagreement. Mike told him basically, you're not gonna be able to succeed in this industry. I will drown you, and you're setting yourself up for failure. And he had also said and then after he started having some success, there was a time when Mike said, I will never be on your stage. Tom had asked him years ago, and Mike said, I will never be on your stage. And I'm telling you, I was in the back of the room with all the other coaches, and when we all saw Mike Ferry walk on that stage, I think all of us were going like, I'm not crying, you're crying. I mean, like all the coaches that have been in this ecosystem for as long as we have, it was just so emotional and so amazing. And then Mike, nothing. I mean, now they're obviously mending and everything's good. And it's not like we were ever had like this anti-Mike Ferry thing. He is a great speaker, and I thought he did a powerful job. And I will probably I'll never forget are you going to do the work? Or are you going to get in your casket and wait? And that was a powerful message. So that was just one of my little key takeaways. Who wants to take it from there? Somebody, either live streamed or in person. What was your takeaway?
So I think I had two takeaways. Number one is we have to get the team more focused on listings right now. And that's sort of a no-brainer after the meeting. I think the second takeaway is Rose and I are staying downtown next year.
It's that I agree with you. Somebody told me it's like, even if I live 20 minutes away, would I drive back and forth? I'd stay in the hotel. I agree.
Yeah, well, one of the things is we missed out on the networking with the team here and with others And plus we lost 3 hours a day or whatever it was, just driving back and forth. And so it would be so much better and easier, not only professionally to network in that thing, but also physically, just driving back and forth 3 hours is just a pain.
Yes, I agree with you 100%.
So when it used to be in Orange County, I only live 45 minutes from Anaheim, and that's with traffic, but I always did stay at the convention center. So I agree with you, Steve. It's worth it to be in the environment, not having to go back and forth all the time. So I agree about Mike's message, Mike. Mike Ferry was pretty amazing. So I think that was my 7th or 8th summit. And I definitely knew that story, not the way you did, but that was pretty impactful. And as I told you at the dinner right afterward, when he said something about getting in the casket and waiting, that's like it doesn't get much more real than that, right? So I think sometimes those messages just hit you at the right time in the right way. I take away from it the importance of the scheduling and SOPs. So I think that we know about them and have heard about them for years, but I've always been a lagger on those kinds of things. I am playing by my own rule book far too much of the time. And so that's really, those things really affected me in a different way this year.
And who was it? Do you remember the moment or the speaker or
Well,
was
there
it just an overall message?
Right. There were several who talked about this. So it was an overall message, just kind of, when you go there, you're like, what do I expect to get out of this? What do I really want to get out of it? And I really wanted to get out of my own head. And those things will help me to do that. So that's, I think, why it affected me this year in a deeper way.
Absolutely. Very cool.
I had a couple of
Anybody?
of takeaways too. The things that resonated with me, one of the things, obviously listings, and then really just the multitude of things that you can do to help drive more. And the first thing that, the one thing that really hit me, like, why didn't I ever think of that before, is that every qualified buyer represents a potential listing. And I never thought about it like that before. So that has really shifted my thinking about not just that, but a number of things, And then the other thing that I took away was the quote from Jeff Bezos regarding decision making. And if it's easy and reversible, just do it right away. Because I'm a person that who is like, should I do this? Should I do that? Well, maybe I should do that. Well, maybe I shouldn't. And I think, with that framework, hey, if you can do it and, you can change it if it's wrong, just go do it. And if you can't do it right away, then within 24 to 48 hours, pick a time. And by then you have to make a decision. So.
And yeah, to summarize that was I like that one too. And it was basically right. If it's easy and it's reversible, just make a decision and go. Just don't spend any time on it. But if it's a big decision, and actually Tom used on stage, like for instance, if you're making a decision to marry somebody or something, now that's not it. That's a big decision and it's not easily reversible. Right. That's when you set a date or set a time to make the decision. So you might say, well, I'm going to wait a year and a half or 2 years or whatever. You're going to set a time and I'm looking for these criteria. And if this time frame happens and these criteria are met, I can make my decision. And then you make it then. And this is the other part of that big decision one. Sometimes it's not always the decision you want. In other words, the outcome you want. Like for instance, the decision could be, no, I'm not going to get married to this person. But you've got to have the time and the criteria, and then you just make it then. So I thought that was a big one. That was as was mentioned that came from Bezos, actually, not Tom. I like that one.
Next.
Yes, Batia.
So it was my first summit. I want to tell everyone that. And last year I had done a live streaming of it, which I had really focused on it, but it's very different when you're really there. So there's no question. And I loved how everyone got to know each other and we hung out together and did things, and the networking, that was really a big thing for me, a motivating factor. And for me, the biggest takeaway is focus and prioritization. So focus meaning, I'll just focus on the right things. Like I've decided to utilize my calendar a lot more. And even though, even within each other with Alex, where we need to have meetings and go over things that we need to professionalize it and put it on our calendar and have something more and make us more accountable for that. And another big takeaway was that there are so many tools that you can utilize to get to that more listings and the SOPs. And I think that I decided to use Illume more and focus on some of the learning in Illume in a better way to get there. So, and on that note, and it was a great opportunity for us all to sign up for the same 100K 100-day challenge.
I know what you're
was
going to ask.
amazing. But I did post this question in Discord because all of a sudden it disappeared. So I don't know if Tom Ferry is organizing things to put it back on again, but I can't find it in Illume anymore. So we signed up, we got it accepted, and it's gone. So that I have a question about that. So what's going on?
But by the way, she really sent me tomorrow a meeting request from the next, room. I was like looking at her.
Yeah, I
Are
did.
you serious? Like
I
you're
did.
sending me calendar request for like the meeting? She said, yes, this is some
Yeah,
serious business.
yes, we're
You
gonna
will attend.
sit down and go over
Okay.
what all our marketing things and what we're doing and what we need to continue to spend money on and what we can stop. So that needs a meeting. So
Okay, you are sounding way too much like Coach Maria right there.
You know, my
Alex, I could totally understand. I get meeting requests all the time from Maria.
yes.
And it's like, are we meeting in your office or mine? Or in the kitchen? No, let's meet in the kitchen.
I'm not sure what the big deal is. Rose is constantly putting one-on-one meetings with me,
Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
See?
so
It's not just me.
next time we should, maybe not elite, we should go drink all, boys, who are going to put all this.
You will never escape us. We will find
Yeah.
you.
I know,
Yeah.
I know that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Danny, Danny B, you're the one, I know you were kind of like a focal point on this 100K thing. Did it disappear for you?
Well, Batia had said she signed up for it, and she's like, hi, guys. And she's like, I challenge anyone. And then I'm like, what? Challenge? And
Oh, that's how it happened. Okay, I wasn't
And
even at the
so-
table when you guys
Yes.
did this.
Yep. And then it just kind of ping. So then I turned around and challenged everybody else at the same time. And they said, yeah, we'll do it. And I said, great, get out your phone. Let's sign you up right now. So
I was at the other table when you guys
Yeah.
created that whole thing at the table one.
We did. I think there's 6 of us that are signed up for it. So we're super excited. But I will say that one of the big things that I took away with, I'm going to lead with Coach. I apologize to you. I am so sorry that I have not always shown up ready for our meetings every week. So you can help to make me a better leader and agent and just everything, because that really hit home to me. It was like, oh my God, why am I, and even Coach Maria was like, I'm like, what is the one thing I should be doing in the loom? And she's like, tracking. Yes.
That's the
Yes. So that was a huge one. I will say that if I just get down to the basics, it was my first summit. It was so great. Just what you guys put together for all of us to, be together, to mastermind together, to cut loose together, just all of it all around. It was really, I want to speak for Arthur, but I think every day we walked away just going, yeah, wow, and there was just so much. One of the big things that I keep leaning towards is everything that Tom Ferry said was decisions, actions, knowledge, and structure. So I keep basing everything off of those 4 things. Like, okay, what is the one thing we're deciding to do? What is the action that we got to take? What do we have to learn about? And then how are we going to structure it? And that's what we're focusing on, is just one by one by one by one and everything. And then by Thursday, I will be prepared. We've already set appointments. I'm going on a listing appointment today. We're in the office. We're making phone calls. We're logging our calls and texts. So we're pretty pumped. We feel a little beat up, because it was like a slap of reality.
Tom's good at that.
Yeah. But overall, it was it was just really great. So I think that's the main thing that we're looking at is decisions, the actions, the knowledge, and the structure, because everything else really kind of falls into line with that. It really does. If you're missing
I thought that was,
yeah, there you go.
I thought that was a powerful segment right there. And then that segment about, a lot of you were texting me apologies. So my phone was just kind of blowing up there for a bit. So I was like, okay.
I didn't want to do it in a text, but but it is rightly due.
Now, before we go on to some of these questions, I see our hand raises. Danny, are you experiencing the same thing with the 100K that Bati is? Is it kind of gone right now?
Well, I received the email saying that you're registered and everything. And so I haven't been in the Loom. I'll pop in right now.
Go check it out and find out, help Batia, and you guys try to figure it out. And then I want to just really quickly explain for all of those that don't know what that means and those that are brand new. The 100K and 100-day challenge is coming up. And it basically has it's a program of set things to do every day. And then if you do these for 100 days, the concept is you should be able to make 100,000 in commission, if not more. And what Danny and Batia kind of created there at Summit was like a sub accountability team of our coach team Langgle clients, that it's not only just me or Coach Maria or I helping keep you guys accountable to it on our calls, it's each one of you competing. Because one of the things I think we want to track is if you make all your calls and you're sending all the text and you're sending all the emails, what kind of results are you getting compared to the others? And then if you're getting better or worse results, what are we doing differently? And I think that would be a great thing that we could maybe even do some of these Team Langle Mastermind calls where we get that same group that are signed up to do this together to get on those calls maybe once a month. We don't have to go over crazy on it. I'll let you guys decide. And we can kind of like recap. This is what's working. This is what's not. I went on these appointments. This is what I'm saying. This is the scripts I'm using. I'm getting listings. I'm doing this. And I think that'll really help our group just bust through the ceiling. So let's make sure we make that happen. If you want to know more about it, post it in the Discord channel. For those of you that you'll get a link to that. And Jamie, are you brand new to Maria's schedule? Because you're not. I don't believe you're on mine.
Yes, brand new, and I'm so happy that you're joining us, Jamie.
Brand new. This was my first summit, and I'm just here to learn and grow with all of you.
Were you there at Summit, or did you do it virtual?
I was at Summit.
Oh, awesome! I don't think I ran into you. Okay, well, awesome. Okay, let's see here. Well, welcome and thank you, and I'm glad you're here. And yeah, jump in. You're going to get a link to the Discord, our Team Langle Discord server. Post in there if you want to play the 100K game, and then we'll get Danny, Bati, or somebody will get you the link, and we'll get you all signed up. Okay, Courtney, you had your hand raised.
Yes. Hey, everybody. Courtney Slater. I met quite a few of you the first day. Unfortunately, the downside of being in Dallas is where I'm from. And so I wasn't able to hit a lot of the events outside of the summit because I was working. And and of course, go figure, Mike knew this. We had kind of a slower couple of months, but I had 3 closings that week, which was great. So anyway, those are good problems to have. So anyway, it was great to meet everybody. I would love to sign up for the 100-day or 100-day, what is it? 100K,
100 days.
Yeah, that. Can I still sign up for it?
Oh yeah, it doesn't
I
even
don't
start
think
till
so.
like September 24th or 7th or something.
September 26th is what we are in, so you do want to try to go in. It shows, it gives you one Zoom link for all of it. It goes from September 26th to January 2nd.
So Danny, you can see that in your Illum?
I see it in my message center, but I don't see it. And I think that's because, Fatia, I was on the 100K previously that hasn't finished up yet. I think it's finishing up this week. And I think that's why it's not pushing us towards that new one yet.
Okay, maybe yeah, I had signed up and had not done it, so I guess
Right.
maybe I'm in the same situation.
So do
Right,
I need to go on Discord or into Illum to sign up?
Illum. And Courtney, if you want to, I can head it out to Listing Point, but I can help walk you through later on today.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
I'll do that.
maybe if there's anybody at the end of this, we could just leave the Zoom on and you could walk a group together if there's anybody else that wants to jump in. So you do it one time.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll let me because I mean, I can show people where to go. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. And so Courtney, anything else? What did you have as a win or?
I would say a couple things. I've spent all day, I have been reaching out. Edward and I have a coming soon listing coming on. And so I've actually been diving into my SOI, my sphere of influence, really for people in that neighborhood. So that was really one of the bigger takeaways for me. One of my biggest pipelines is my sphere. And I think when I pulled up, when Tom had us pull up our numbers, when you look at your thing, I have over 7,500 people in my sphere.
Ooh.
And so anyway, that I'm clearly not I mean, for the people that I tap into really well, but that is just a marginal percentage of the people that I'm really touching. So I need to go deeper on my sphere. So I've been doing that all day. And then kind of really two other things. I'm really trying to, like the books he told us to read. I've had one of the books forever, Atomic Habits. So I actually started reading it yesterday, and I'm going to start reading and just trying to absorb more of that just positive, just nuggets of information from those who have walked before us. And then, and then I signed up for Listing Leads with Jimmy Mackin. It's like there is no shortage of tools and stuff, but I need to pick a couple things. And in the spirit of kind of what Rose and everybody else has been saying we've got to get these listings. And so, I need to do it. And you guys aren't alone. Mike probably hates me more than anybody else when it comes to our coaching calls, because I just suck. I'm horrible.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. So anyway, so many ways that I need to be improving on. And I'm really focusing on 1% better every day. And then really just doing the work and working the plan.
So let's see, you said 7,500 people in your sphere of influence. Using Tom's math, are we upping your goal next year to 375 closings?
I know, right? No, I need to hit my goal this year.
Come on, do it.
There will be 375 opportunities out of that database next year.
Yeah.
How do we get to all of them? Right?
You know what? With my little mini mastermind here, you guys are going to help me figure it out.
Okay, awesome. I love it. But yes, that's the rule. Whatever is in your database, your sphere of influence, 5% will either buy or sell themselves, or could refer you to somebody that they know that's going to buy or sell. That's the low number. It could be as high as 10%. And we've coached people that get even more. They can get 80 sales out of a database of 350 people because they work the referral side of it. So, that is something. So since you said it, and I know it, that's true. That is your strength, Courtney, is working that database. We just got to make you consistent, right?
Yeah. So
I was just going to add that in here because everybody I coach to, everybody I talk to, everybody can tap better into the sphere of influence. Honestly, I have not talked to a single person that cannot do a better job of reaching out to people you're not talking on a daily basis. That's just my 2 cents.
And if any of the younger coaches that maybe think, I don't have a big sphere, or the sphere that I have are not buying and selling homes, that's when we create this sphere, because there's ways to create it and there's ways to build a sphere so that in the months to come, you do have that sphere. But the good news is if you're building a sphere, you can work it correctly from day one instead of having a sphere like Courtney's, that she's got it, half of it's probably been ignored for a long time, and now she's got to re-engage. And sometimes that's awkward, but we'll find a fun way for you to do it, Courtney. So we'll figure it out.
That was one big thing I got was it seems like database is number one. You've got to get your database set, your CRM, so that all these things takeaways we have, we can use.
Absolutely. I love that.
And
So is
I
that your
signed up
takeaway?
for AI. My big thing there was so much, but the AI just blew me away. And I signed up for the AI Academy because I'm just a sole agent and don't have an assistant. And even though he said get an assistant, I don't think I can do that yet. But I can't believe what they're doing with AI. So I think maybe I'll message my AI and set up a meeting.
Message your AI. Yeah. I wonder if I'll have time for you. Yes, the AI was amazing. By the way, I want to go back to something Courtney said, because it's really weird. It's the way it ties in is that listing leads. If you're wondering whether listing leads and the whole Jimmy Mackin thing is a good idea or not, here's what I can tell you about listing leads. The content is awesome. And what it does, if you find yourself ever sitting there thinking, what should be my next direct mail piece? Or what should my next marketing text be? Or what should my next marketing email be? Then sign up for listing. What listing leads does is it takes that thought process out, because you just go into listing leads and he's got them all done there for you. And it's copy, paste, send. Copy, paste, send. And it's relatively affordable for the amount of time it will save you in sitting there trying to create it yourself. Now, can you make it yours? Absolutely. Here's the thing. I've found that using his verbiage works better than when you guys try to say, oh, I'm going to change this word and that word and this word. His whole point of his company is that they do the market studies to figure out what words create action in homeowners. Okay, that's my 2 cents on that. If you're wondering what listing leads is, it's listingleads.com, and it's a Tom Ferry, Jimmy Mackin program. And you'll hear about it throughout the year. Anything else, Jairus?
I want to go next year.
We want you there. Absolutely, for sure. Okay. Anybody else? Jamie, you were there. So what did you take anything away?
I did. I probably, much like several of them already mentioned, I realized I just really suck at SOPs. Like my systems are not anywhere where they need to be. So that's a big takeaway. Action solves everything. That's something that just really stuck with me, that Tom said numerous times. So yeah, I'm just excited to again get started, and I have a whole book full of things here I wrote down, but I mean, those were the two things that just really stuck with me.
And I'm glad you did that, because yes, of course, you have a ton of stuff, but the way you get the most out of Summit is not by focusing on all of the noise. It's by focusing on 1 or 2 things, because then you can actually implement, and then we add from there. And after you're like, we're making traction in those 1 or 2 things, and then you'll add from there. I know when Maria and I would go to these summits, we would take our notes, have all these ideas, and then us as a team, it would be now let's cross each one of our ideas. We'd find the ones that matched, and then we narrow that down to 1 or 2, and that way we could at least implement something. Otherwise, it's just noise.
Right.
And you're in good hands, because one of our specialties is SOPs. So
yes, it is.
Good.
Oh, good.
Yes, it is. I might like them too much.
Yes, you're next level.
Renee, haven't heard from you yet.
Yeah, so thank you so much for encouraging me to go. It was really eye-opening. And so my takeaway is all about Stephanie Younger. I thought
Oh,
she was the bomb, really. And everything that everybody's saying kind of filters back to what Stephanie Younger said is get in touch with your CRM. And I think what, 68 times a year or some kind of crazy number like that.
yeah, she's a beast.
So yeah, that was really cool. And it was really awesome listening to her, plus everybody else. And AI was over the top. And by the time Jason and Jimmy got done, my head was just spinning around and I needed to take a step back. That was really intense.
Yes, I totally get it. Totally get it.
That's it. That's what I got.
Okay, no, I appreciate it. Danny, you had something to
No,
say?
I was just gonna say that hit home with me getting into my spirit. We came in the office and I literally only made a couple phone calls, but sent out 35 texts, set one appointment, and got 2 potential listing leads.
Now
And
that's
all
the
it
way to come
was,
home.
all it
Danny
was
Bean.
was a video, a picture from Arthur and I when we went on top of the spear of the Happy Labor Day, and just saying, "Hey, hope you're enjoying a day off. Happy Labor Day from us." And people responded back, "Hey, Happy Labor Day, Danny. Hey, I'm glad you reached out." Boom, boom, boom.
That is amazing. I love it.
So
Way to come back from Summit.
And I used something that was like very just generic, that was not sales. It was just, "Hey, happy Labor Day. Hope you're enjoying a day off." So
I know a lot of you talked to Mario. Okay, well, our 2 bull riders, Mario and Omar, neither one of them were on the call. I hope they're not in the hospital getting their backs put back together. And if you don't know what I mean, go to the Discord channel. You'll see pictures of Mario and tell. I'd like to know which one between Mario and Omar, who did it better. And I think I know the answer, but I think it's pretty funny. Okay.
Omar.
Yeah, Omar. Anyways, neither one of them, but Mario, he's like kick-ass agent, 3rd year in the business, and he's on the Tom Ferry top 30 under 30. And I'll tell you one of the things he did that had a huge success. Those that were there probably heard the story, but he sent out, now I thought it was 500. I think now he told me he did 1,000 text messages, but all it said was, come on by, homemade pizza at this address between 1 and 4, have a slice on me. That's it. This was for an open house. He didn't say that. He rented a pizza oven and had one of his friends baking pizzas all day long. He had 47, 48 people, I think, show up from that text campaign. Now, were they buyers and sellers? Maybe, maybe not. But when you walked in that house as a potential buyer and you're seeing it being used as an environment where you might use it, where you have, a party, and the people are walking around on the deck eating pizza, and the house is actually in use, it was powerful. He got offers, and he grew his database by 47 people. So it had nothing to do with open houses. So that's what I think. Like Danny B just did that one about her. It's like Labor Day. It's just getting the message out and staying in touch with people. Okay. Anything from anybody else? Elizabeth, your camera's off. I don't know if you're driving.
I have a question. My raise hand doesn't work, so I apologize for that.
Oh, go jump in.
So last time for the 100K, Mike, you did you had your own master sheet where we could see each other's phone calls, texts. Is there gonna be something like that for this time around? So that's
Let's find out. Those of you that didn't go to the lunch, we did a client appreciation lunch. We had 2 people from the Tom Ferry development team at our lunch so that we could get behind the scenes and talk to them direct. That was really cool. First year ever we've been able to pull that off, which, by the way, I'm going to commit to you. I'm going to have that at next year too. I've already talked to Mary, who was our coach and now president of Ferry International, or CSI. Yeah, we're going to set that up for you guys again next year. That was awesome. They said that they're going to try to get it done before it's released, because I wanted that so bad. That last time I never got a master tracker. So this time I said, I need the master tracker. They're not only going to try to give me as a coach the master tracker, they're going to try to get it to where you guys can see each other. I don't know if it's going to be released for it or not. They're trying, and let's find out. If it doesn't, I'm going to try to make it work somehow or another, even if I have to do it offline. I know it looks like you got to go, Danny.
Yep, I gotta go. Nice seeing you all.
Same here. Good luck.
Bye, Danny.
Okay. Anybody else? I know Elizabeth, you must be driving or something. We can't see you. But
Ah,
Elizabeth,
there she is.
Hey
there
guys.
you are. It was super awesome to get to see you or get to know you since Maria coaches you.
Yes, definitely. I think for me, for sure the biggest takeaway was just getting to meet everybody. There's a lot of value and power as an agent to be able to give value to clients when you're able to say, hey, I know an agent personally, in this area that your family member has a home in. Because I get a lot of people who, I mean, are moving out of state from California. And even if they don't decide to move out of state, they'll still ask, like, hey, do you know anyone in this area? Are you able to assist me in this area? And it actually happened while I was out there that somebody messaged me asking for a referral for New York. I put it in the chat, no one had it. But Alex just so happened to have met an agent out there who he connected us. And then I talked to her and she gave me her lender referral. And within a matter of like 20 minutes, I had already sent this client who I'm actually helping her cousin buy a home. We're in at the moment, a lender referral in New York. So, it's one thing to do a Google search and send them something and then something else entirely to be like, hey, I work with someone who knows this person personally and they do a great job, and be able to do that to me was very powerful.
Awesome. That's very cool. Great success. Okay, well, if anybody, no one
Where
has
in
anything.
California are you, Elizabeth?
Oh, good question.
I'm in LA. I'm like right 10 minutes from downtown, and I service the majority of Los Angeles, Orange County, all the way up to San Gabriel Valley.
Okay. I'm in Central Coast, San Luis Obispo area. So let me know if
Hello.
you ever come up this way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know I was talking to Danny and they're like out in Modesto, and I'm like, all these little areas are like a couple hours drive away. It's not a big deal. We should definitely do more to try to meet up. And I know there was a few girls that were actually like in Southern California, Corona, and then there's another girl in San Dimas. So I would definitely be open to doing something like that on this side.
Yeah, Sumathi's from San Dimas. Maziar, you're from Irvine, I believe, Orange County, right there.
Yes, everyone Orange County.
So
Nice.
we live in Lake Forest, so like literally 20.
Okay.
Okay. Betty Jean's out
I'm
in
in Corona, north
Betty
of
J's in Corona.
Riverside County.
Yep, got a lot of California people. But then again, we also have the Boston connection for anybody that needs to move to Boston, the Dallas,
Yeah.
where else? Let's see here.
Maybe you can put together a what do you call it? A directory of your coaching people so we can connect?
It's already there. You got Northern Texas with
Okay.
Denton. That's Rose and Steve. They're north of Dallas. It's already there. If you go into Discord channel, for those of you that have it, and you go to the referral page, I have a list of everybody on there that has completed their Illum referral profile, including a video. You get added to that.
Yeah.
And so you can always look and find each other and other agents that you need to refer to. So I will make sure that's updated. Well, it is. But one thing I've noticed is it's kind of up in the top now. I'll move it back towards the bottom so it's easier to find. Okay, anyways. Okay,
Mike,
anything
I have a
else?
quick question for you.
Yeah.
I know I have my profile just missing the video, and Maria definitely already told me you better do your video, so I kind of want to do that ASAP. What should go in that video?
Here's what I recommend, and this is something I'm going to tell you, Maziar, in the first call anyways. Everybody, when you when you get into Discord, go to the Agent referrals, scroll up until you find the other videos, then start clicking on people that you look at and say, oh, that's a good referral area for me. That's a good referral area. And then click on their profiles and watch theirs. They're going to, whatever they're saying, duplicate, R&D it.
And Jamie,
I can
I'm
tell
gonna
you,
send you an email. It's gonna have the link to join the Discord server. I'm gonna send it to you right when we get off the call, so you know what we're talking about.
yeah, same, Maziar. I would actually normally be sending you a text message, but since I'm talking to you, I'm just going to skip the text message and go ahead and send you the onboarding message right off the bat. And that will have the link to it. So we'll get that taken care of. But in summary, when you're doing the video, just you're talking to other real estate agents and not homeowners. So talk to real estate agents. I recommend not mentioning Tom Ferry, and the only reason I say that is because then you can use that same video if you're going to one of your own brokerage events or things like that, and you can say it's just like, hey, this is who I am. This is where I specialize. I'm going to take care of your clients for you just as if they were my own, and I'll report back to you every step of the way if you'd like. However you'd like. Do you want to know every step of the way, or do you want a summary at the end? So that's kind of it in the summaries, but watch other people's and take a lead on them. Anything else as we're wrapping up?
I would like to say thank you and Maria again. This was my second summit and we did Elite too. You organize everything so well. I feel like I'm with the family over there, you know, like we meet for the lunch and dinner and whatever, like for the drinks too. I don't think like all the coaches like doing the same thing. You know, I'm not, I saw like some other people with other coaching, they don't. You're always like top of everything. Thank you so much. It's so fun to go to the summit and other stuff with you guys. Thank you so much for
appreciate, and thank you and Steve for helping coordinate the Ubers to and from the El Phoenix, because I couldn't do that one without you guys. So it's like a true family effort, and I do appreciate it. Thank you. And I guess this wraps up.
It was
Fatia?
really amazing. Thank you so much.
I was just gonna say that other people were just hanging with us, even though they were not coaching with you guys, because you were fun. I mean, that says the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, other coaches don't even show up, and I feel bad for their coaching clients because it's like they're kind of left. They don't know who to talk to. They don't know where to go, and they see us as this big, massive group, like all hanging out and laughing and having a good time, and they just start kind of attracted to us. And I just tell them, if you want to hang out with us for the weekend, you could be honorary. And as you know, Alex and Courtney, or whatever, those that have been to multiple summits, we've got people that hang out with us every year. Starla, Stasia. I mean, it's like every year they just ditch their coach and come hang out with us just because we have more fun.
Yes, we're fun and we get stuff done.
Exactly. We're fun and we get stuff. I like that. That could go on a shirt. Okay.
I'll write this down.
I guess then this wraps up Summit 2024, and we can put this one in the book. And for all you elite clients, I really hope let's do it again in January in Orlando. And for all the core, let's make sure you can make it now. It's already scheduled August 26th, 27th, and 28th of August in 2025 in Dallas. Again.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you guys on your calls.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.